Yes, the program is Engineering and You, and I'm glad to welcome you to this week's edition. If you have been monitoring us for some time now, for some few weeks, we've been having the inter-secondary school debate competition, and this is sponsored by Prince Engineer Yemisi Shilon, FNSC. It's also supported by the Nigerian Set of Engineers at Bekuta branch, and so many schools have been here. Today, our contestants, the schools are ready, and the topic they'll be discussing will be unveiled to you in a short while after this break. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Glad to have you back. The program is still Engineering and You. Like I said earlier, the contestants are already in the house, but before then, I would like you to meet the judges, those that will be saying who is the winner or who did not do too well. And I want to say a big thank you to you. So, your judges, over to you. Introduce yourself.
It's going to be great today between the schools. I am Engineer Vishnu Bamdila by the MNSC.
I am Engineer Luwakosi Oshifeko, member Nigerian Set of Engineers. We are in for a great time. I'm Tony Oyinere, MNSC.
All right, and I would not like to leave behind my indefatigable timekeeper, Jumat. Nice to have you. All right, the contestants are on set with me, and I have to my right, Baptist Girls College, Idiaba. So I'd like you to introduce yourselves.
My name is Olajide Zaran from Baptist Girls College.
And I am Modipe Olakilabi from Baptist Girls College.
They will be contesting against the team from Peace Foundation College, Kwari. So please introduce yourself.
Mara Mogaji from Peace Foundation International College.
My name is Claudia Akajoshi from Peace Foundation International College.
I'm in a hurry to leave so that they can contest, they can say what they have to say. But the topic we are going to be talking about is, should Nigeria shift its focus from oil to technology-driven industry? That's a very, very interesting topic, don't you think? But I would like to, it's not for me to say anything about it. So after this break, I will leave the stage and they will start the competition.
Otto Clark said, and I quote, "Any sufficiently advanced technology is indistinguishable from magic." End of quote. Freeman Dyson said, and I quote, "Technology is a free gift from God. Apart from the gift of life, it is perhaps the greatest of God's gifts. It is the mother of civilization, arts, and sciences. A technology-driven industry can help enhance resilience to external shocks and create long-term development opportunities. The technology-driven industry can help Nigeria improve various sectors like agriculture, infrastructure, and manufacture, which could lead to great efficiency and productivity. The technology-driven industry can help Nigeria integrate more deeply into the global economy and participate in global trade. But before I take the stage and launch into my point, as a well-trained African child, I'd like to give honor to those who deserve recognition. With a respectful acknowledgement to you, Mr. Chairman, impartial panel of judges, timekeeper, my friends in argument, and my beautiful audience. Standing before you this morning is no other person than Ambassador Modipe Olakilabi, an aspiring leader from that prestigious Baptist Girls College, Idiaba, where learning is a magical journey. Today I stand before you to be defeated, to be corrected, and not to be defeated, as I strongly support the motion, should Nigeria shift its focus from oil to the technology-driven industry. Yes, Nigeria should consider shifting its focus from oil to technology-driven industry so as to enhance sustained economic growth and to mitigate the risk associated with oil price volatility. David Wong said, and I quote, Modern technology is not good or evil in or of itself. It depends on how people choose to use it. In contemporary discourse, Nigeria's reliance on its oil sector is proving insufficient for sustained economic growth. The brutality of oil prices, geopolitical tensions, technological advancements, and environmental crises have exposed the vulnerabilities of an oil-dependent economy, emphasizing on the need for diversification and a renewed focus on technology. Mr. Chairman, sir, with your permission, I'd like to pose a question to the panel through you. Can we afford to ignore the global trend of technology and remain dependent on a single economy? Don't we want into the future generations to invest in technology that can drive innovation and support? No need for answers, and yet we shed more light on it. The past belief that oil was the key to national prosperity has given way to harsh realities of life. Relying heavily on oil revenue cannot guarantee long-term stability and development. I'd like to hand over to my supporting speaker to shed more light on it.
According to the popular saying, do not put your eggs in one basket, which emphasizes on diversification, then Nigeria should explore more beyond the oil-driven industry.
Oil was discovered in Nigeria in 1956 at Oyo Niger Delta region. The production of oil began in 1958, with Nigeria producing about 5,000 barrels of oil. Wow, that's massive. Oil industry has been the largest and most influential industry, generating about 80% of Nigeria's revenue. Do you think we should abandon that kind of source of revenue for technology that is just evolving? Forgive my manners. While I was walking into the state, I saw a number of valued distinguished dignitaries. And as a well-placed student of that prestigious school, Peace Foundation International College, I'd be delighted to give honor to UTG by saying, good day, Mr. Chairman, sir, panel of judges, a great timekeeper, my co-debaters, and my ever-attentive audience. The personality standing before it is worthy of admiration. And I'm here to strongly approve the motion that says Nigeria should shift its focus from oil to technology-driven industry. Before I proceed, let's look at the key term, oil and technology-driven industry. Oil industry, also known as petroleum industry, is a global sector that deals with the exploration, extraction, refining, transportation, and marketing of oil and gas products, such as petrochemicals, fuel, gas, and so on. While technology-driven industry is that industry that uses scientific knowledge to solve mass problem. Now that I've cleared the air, let's get down to business. Why did I say Nigeria should not shift its focus from oil to technology-driven industry? One, revenue generation. Let me give you an instance. Can a man stand without his backbone? Impossible. Oil is the backbone of Nigeria's economy. Oil industry has been what generated about 80% of Nigeria's revenue. I am saying we should give in for this technology that is just evolving. Transition to technology without fully developing, without digital infrastructure, digital literacy, without destabilizing our economy, and even leads to unemployment. This so-called technology, they say technology is a gift from God. Who told you it's a gift from God? It is natural. It is man-made. So how can we rely on these man-made objects that are just in oil? You might think that oil is a dying industry. But let me tell you, no one knows when the oil will dry up because it's only God that provided it for us. And again, we said integrate. Martin said it's technology. Thank you.
According to the popular saying, do not put your eggs in one basket, which emphasizes on diversification, then Nigeria should explore more beyond the oil-driven industry. But before I proceed, I would like to give honor to whom honor is due by saying, good afternoon, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, and my ever-listening audience. The personality standing before you here now is Olajide Zion, the one and only bona fide student of the prestigious Baptist Girls College. Nigeria has been dominated by the oil industry, which has contributed significantly to the country revenue. However, the overdependence on this oil industry has led to so many challenges like economic instability, loss of job opportunities, and environmental degradation. However, in recent years, the Nigerian government has identified the need to diversify the country economy and reduce its focus on oil. And one potential area of focus is the technology-driven industry, which can drive economic growth, provide job opportunities, and promote sustainable development in the country. According to John F. Kennedy, change is the law of life, and those who look at the past or present will definitely miss the future. Therefore, in revolutionizing the oil-driven technology sector, advanced technology, particularly automation and instrumentation, happens to be the transformative solution to the intricate challenges facing Nigeria. Why do we need a shift? Yes, we actually think we need it. Why do we need a shift? One, environmental degradation, which is often compounded with social unrest, will definitely lead to economic instability. Two, Nigeria's dependence on oil makes it vulnerable to the global price fluctuation, expanding other sectors like the economic sector, like the agricultural sector and the manufacturing and technological sector, make it a crucial reason for reducing our reliance on oil. Three, environmental degradation and social unrest. Environmental degradation is often accompanied by social unrest. Our dependence on oil continues to threaten the life and the livelihood of many Nigerians and the social cohesion in the country. We've been dependent on oil for the past many years and still not improving Nigeria in any ways. Yes, we have actually depended on the oil industry since the 1960s. Thank you.
Martin said something about over-dependence on oil, that this oil price fluctuation can lead to unemployment and so on. But let me tell you something. Another point is increase in social violence. Can you believe this technology we are talking about can lead to an increase in social violence? Let me analyze this for you. Companies and industries now have artificial intelligence robots at their beck and call. They try to discard their employees, rendering them jobless. And these people that are jobless, they often say, an idle hand is the devil's workshop. These individuals that are jobless will not engage in robbery, theft. Some of them can even commit suicide. This so-called technology has led to the advent of Yahoo, cybercrime, fraud, and so on. So I trying to tell you, okay, we are saying that technology should come and assist our economy, but it's not draining money from our government. How? These crimes, the government has to curb it. It will not continue like this. And in the period of curbing this crime, it tends to spend more money on equipping the security agencies. When you are saying you should come and assist our economy, technology should come and assist our economy, that is not draining money from our government pocket. It won't make sense. Three, rural inclusion. We know that over 50% of Nigeria lives in the rural area, and the digital infrastructure are confined to the urban area. Do you think it will not be partial if it is only the people in the urban area that benefit from technology? These people in the rural area, I don't know what citizens do. Should they not benefit? I don't think it will make sense if the people in the urban areas are the only ones enjoying the benefit of technology, while those in the rural areas keep suffering. Because this oil industry that we are talking about can reach the rural area through infrastructure projects, employment opportunities, education, and so on. But technology only confined to the urban areas. Thank you.
Before I dive into my points, my opponent said something the other time. He said oil can be extracted from the Earth's surface. But can we do that without technology? Technology has brought about various machines that can help to extract it from the surface. Now, diving into my point, Jacques Elon said, and I quote, modern technology has become a total phenomenon for civilization, the defining force of social order, in which efficiency is no longer an option, but a necessity imposed on all living organisms' activities. Evidence has shown, through research, that over 40% of the businesses will die in the next 10 years if they don't figure out a way to impose new technologies into their various industries. Now, I would like to hand over to my supporting speaker. At the federal states in the year 2020, there was a shrinkage in our economic status due to the over-dependence on oil. Yeah, there was a total shrinkage on our due to the dependence on oil. Nigeria's dependence on oil threatens the life and the livelihood of so many Nigerians and the social cohesion in the country. So what do you expect? Yes, we've been dependent on this oil since 1960s, but yes, there's nothing beneficial in these oil industries. Although yes, might have changed Nigeria's life in a way, yes, but still, it's still like we are stagnant on the same point. The oil industry we actually need a shift, and yes, it's the high time we need a shift, because the illegal diversion that is taking place in the Niger Delta is even one of the major reasons why we need a shift. Like the illegal transfer, illegal diversion, the pipeline vandalization taking place is really, really suffocating Nigeria's economy.
I'm to mention something about this oil. We are not benefiting much from it, and it made our economy stagnant or something like that. But do you know that, I don't think you have researched that extent, that oil has been the one sustaining our economy for over decades now. It has been generating about 80% of the country's revenue, 75% of our exports, 50% of the government's revenue. And you say we should just abandon it like that and shift on technology for an uncertain digital trend. Nigeria is not yet in the position to compete globally in terms of technology. Countries like Venezuela, Algeria, Saudi Arabia rely on this oil as their major export product, and still they are doing better than Nigeria. Do you think shifting focus to technology is the best option for Nigeria? No. This country that are talking, if you look at our country very well, it is corruption and mismanagement that is affecting it, not shifting focus to technology industry. Thank you.
Before diving into my point, my opponent said something earlier. She said Nigeria is not ready to make a shift. But this same Nigeria is said to not be ready to accommodate cell phones. But now we have over 1.5 million SIM cards ready in this Nigeria and over 1,000 brands of phone. Now in conclusion, technology-driven industry generally offer advantages over all industry due to increased efficiency, reduced environmental impact, potential for sustained economic growth, and sustainability. Although the oil industry benefited from the technological advancements, technology-driven industry offer a broader scope of innovation that can support a great, creatable, sustainable, and resilient future. Once again, I remain Ambassador Modupe Olakinade, the future change maker from that great citadel of learning, where learning is captivated in the mind of its girls. I proudly call Baptist Girls College my alma mater. I rest my case in the hands of the capable judges. Thank you.
In conclusion, we should not abandon oil that has been sustaining us for over decades for an uncertain digital trend. Oil is the foundation. Oil is that, and you know that oil is the foundation. Technology is the roof. And we know we cannot build a house from the roof down. Oil is that foundation we must build on. Use the strength to develop new industry without collapsing the world. I would like to hand over to my.
Our opponent said that technology gives creates opportunities for us. But given that we cannot also abandon this oil that has been sustaining us for years, for this technology that came from nowhere, this technology can also displace workers with relevant skills, lead to potentially exacerbating unemployment. Additionally, we cannot leave oil for this technology. It's like leaving a man from the job he knows how to do best, leaving him to go and do another job. So this oil, we must not leave oil. So, in conclusion, while technology promises creating opportunities for us, I would like to hand over to my
Thank you.
This has been a very, very keenly contested one between the two schools, but like I said earlier, there's a panel of those that would pass the verdict on this topic. So we'd like to go straight to the judges to know what the verdict is, who is the winner, and who is going home with nothing.
After much debate between Baptist Girls College and Peace Foundation International, it has become clear that Nigeria can no longer rely solely on petroleum-driven economy. While it has been the foundation of our sustenance for decades, there is an urgent need for a shift, and this shift should undoubtedly lead to enhanced innovation, job opportunities, and economic growth. Environmental degradation and social unrest are significant challenges facing our petroleum-driven economy despite the abundance of this natural resource. Now, who wins the argument? Let's hear the verdict.
So, looking inward on what you have done so far, on how Nigerians should shift from this oil, the petroleum-based economy, to a technology-driven economy. You have mentioned so many vital points, from the enhancement of innovations and the technological advancement. You also talk about job opportunities, the economy that will drive our economic growth. Then you talk about the environmental degradation, which will definitely come up when our oil is being drilled every time. So then the social arrest, as we all know that people from rivers and all other states, they like the deposit of oil in Nigeria, like they won't have good water to drink. Who agree with me, definitely. So how do we manage their state of unrest to what benefits the economy of the nation at large? So this is a very big issue. So how do we manage this? So you have also let us know how this can affect us as a nation. Then the other thing Foundation have allowed us to know what the amount of the abundance of these natural resources we have and how we generate revenue from them. So they have been able to also counter the opponents on the corruption and the mismanagement of our resources. So due to this, all of us we have been able to see the benefits and the disadvantage of what we have on ground. So this afternoon, this evening, I want us to go from here and forward, and how we can drive our economy on a technological base, which is the future of the world and of our nation. So thank you so much.
It's been a beautiful session between Peace Foundation and Baptist Girls College, Ijaba. And the summary of the points are in technical content, review and the use of English. The use of English comprises of the dressing, the tenses, vocabulary, and composure. So for Peace Foundation College, you have a score of 20 for technical content. For review, that is the way you counter your opponent, the point from the other side, you have 20 points as well. And for the use of English, you have 35 points. And the total sum of your point is 75 points. For Baptist Girls College, for technical content, you have 45, and register you have 10. For use of English, you have 38, and a total score of 93.
Okay, well, should Nigeria shift its oil towards technology? Well, we have listened to the two schools and we can see that, yes, Nigeria should shift its towards technology, but we shouldn't abandon oil because that's the foundation. So today, Peace Foundation College have a total mark of 75 marks. Baptist Girls College has a total mark of 93 marks, whereby they emerge as the winner of the competition. Thank you.
One thing that is not that easy is standing on a stage like this to say and marshal your points. And this, the both of them have done very well. So give them one more round of applause. All right, on Nigerian and you, there is no loser, there is no winner. Everyone is a winner. So on this note, I would like the two contestants to please give themselves a warm handshake. Please go ahead, cross to the other side, and give yourself a warm handshake, because This is in the spirit of sportsmanship. All right. So, and that is it. That is this round of the inter-school debate competition sponsored by Prince Engineer Yemisi Shidon, FNSC. This continues next week. We have another set of schools that will be debating and competing to get the grand prize, courtesy of our sponsor, Prince Engineer Yemisi Shidon. I'll say a big thank you to you for staying tuned. Next week is another time. Until then, my name is Tunde Olaniro. Bye-bye.
Watch Ogtv Splash on Saturday at 8:30 a.m. On Ogtv Splash, there is something about everything for everyone.
Let it be known to every child of God. It doesn't matter what may be confusing you.